tier list of Danganronpa. Be trapped in an island. Who would be most useful to you and who you'd want to have? Kane. Kane's very flexible. Kane's very dumb, though. Kane's really good at manual labor. I think to start off with, we're going to put Kane into the able to help. Angie, the ultimate painter, kind of basic. Cannot see helping very much. Aoi Asahina, very optimistic, so will kind of help you to stay positive. Yaki Togami, it's all about money, doesn't really help. He would actually be anti-help. I think that if you were stuck on an island, stuck in a killing game, he's shown before, he's willing to not only go against the group, he doesn't like lifting a finger, he's kind of lazy. Celestia Ludenberg, measuring the statistics or the ability to survive on the island or in a killing game, I think Celeste, put to the group at large, can help. Shiaki, the ultimate gamer, we're talking about optimistic, but falls asleep, very bad for survival, or maybe you're relying on her to get something for you, she falls asleep. I actually think that she would be anti-help or will kill you because of her distractions, falling asleep on you. She's smart, but I think she'd end up being anti-help. Chihiro, I don't really see Chihiro doing a lot of work. That being said, Chihiro did show that Chihiro was able to change. Chihiro wanted to meet with Mondo to kind of get stronger. So let's say basically average. Fuyuhiko Kuzuryu, early game Fuyuhiko, he would be a douchebag and not help very much, but I think that he is able to help, as we've seen before, like he helped in the hospital in chapter 3. Fuyuhiko has some leadership skills, could definitely take on some leading ability. Going to Gokuharu, he can save you straight up, but his nature knowledge in general, he knows about wolves because he was raised by them according to his lore. He knows about animals and he knows about insects. He would be a great hunter. He would be a great member of the team. He could tell you what insects are poisonous, when aren't. He probably is familiar to a degree with some sense of flowers. Gundam Tanaka, I mean, he's really good about taming animals. You know, let's say that Gundam's able to tame like a bear, tame animals. Maybe Gundam actually is able to help quite a lot. I actually think he's able to help more than Aoi because it's emotional over here. Actually, if we're talking about that, it's just Celeste would probably be over here. If we would be over here. Hajime, no talent. Easily depressed. I love Hajime, but I mean, I think he's just average. There's not much you can say about him helping overall. Hifumi, out of breath easily, wants 2-day girls, locked out of technology, wouldn't handle it well. I don't think Hifumi would help. I actually think he'd probably kill you, probably eat more of the food just because of how he is. He detrimental to the group at large. I just don't really see him being useful per se as much as he would like to make himself out to be. Kimiko, basically average. She tried and grab you logs. She probably doesn't eat a lot, so that's good. Grab like little sticks for the fire, and I can see her doing like little basic things, trying to do magic. I don't actually think she would be an anti-help or will kill you. Kyoko Saionji, she would be going around doing stupid stuff like stepping on crabs, making comments, shutting people down. That's automatically pretty anti-help. I actually think that her stupidity will actually probably get people like killed. Suggested to Akane that asbestos is yummy too. I guess that she's a way of talking to people that can push them to make bad decisions. Ibuki's energy was helpful. That's great. But also Ibuki's kind of wild like that. So she's kind of a distraction. I would actually say because of her distractionness that she'd still basically be average. Junko will kill you. She will actively be working to kill you at any point she can. The idea would be that Junko wants to spare. She would actively push the group on a trapped island situation to straight up die. Kaede has the ability to be a good leader and to keep positive. I think she'd be going to the able to help area. Kaito Mamoto, he'd be helpful. He's kind of stupid though, but he'd be able to help. Kazuichi Soda, in a hypothetical situation where they need to make contraptions, I actually think Kazuichi is S tier. He not only is he a mechanic, but he probably could work on like, if he's able to take apart, reassemble rockets, cars, etc. I actually think that's probably up there with Gonta and how useful you'd be on a abandoned island situation like that. I think Kazuichi actually would be the best tier here. K1BO is strength an old man, not very, I mean, robophobia, all that jazz. Anti-help because of how weak they are. Kibo could distract the group at large, but also kind of scare away prey, being a robot. I think they might be an anti-help. Maybe average. We can move Kibo to average, I suppose. Kirumi would be big help. I think that Kurumi's ability to never fail and to just be an expert in all things, I actually think would make her and save you basically individually. I think that Kurumi would have the ability to how to make a raft. Yutaka would be a great leader. I think that actually they would be very great, probably one of the better leaders out of the whole group in large that we'd be seeing here today. Kiyotaka would probably go about here. Kokichi, not very obvious about Kokichi's intentions. Kokichi tends to lie. I just don't think they'd be much of a help being a liar and all that. For Q, I don't know if he'd be an anti-help, but he might be an anti-help in the long run. I'm just going to say he's average for now. Kyoko, ultimate investigator. She's shown before her ability to examine footprints, find tracks. Probably could be very useful. I would say she'd probably be able to help. Ranking wise here, probably up here somewhere. Lean Kawada, baseballer. Not very useful in this situation. Likes music a lot. I honestly don't know. I think Leon would do anything for us here. I think they would just be a average help. Hiru, push people to work. She's more like a leadership type as well. I think she'd be up here around, probably right next to Kaito, actually. Maki, expert at hunting down animals if needed to survive on the island or in a situation like that. Just able to do a lot of things. I think that Maki has a very deep diligence and focus after years of being trained to be a top-notch assassin. I think that single-handedly she could hunt down and kill animals to feed the population, or to take care of the group at large if need be. Kind of like Sasuke and Naruto, at how Sasuke is now the defender in the background of the Hidden Leaf. Kodo, basically average, doesn't really sell in anything, probably more over here. Mikan actually can save you. Life or death situation on an island. Mikan has an expertise with medical plans would be good for the group at large, but Mikan could perform as the ultimate nurse, taking care of everybody at large when they get sick, colds, etc. Extending the longevity of anyone's life in a long period of time in a death game or any other situation. I think that Mikan in a island scenario where everybody's trapped on an island, I think would be able to help massively. Yui Ruma, the ultimate inventor, I think they would definitely be able to help. They can save you. Yui Ruma would be a goated addition on the can save you category. Mew essentially would be trying to develop rafts, trying to develop like aircraft, some sort of means of getting off the island. I think Mew has the ability to succeed here in helping everyone to escape. Mondo Awada, I actually think he'd be very much able to help, very much good at pushing to do hard work. Manual labor comes easier to him and he's able to like push through and kind of tell men to be men and kind of manly exterior. I think that'd be helpful. Makuro, ultimate soldier, can save you automatically. Makuro, because she fought in different terrains, wars. Makuro's been through war zones, different areas, living on her own, used to the world as bad as it gets. Nagito Kameda honestly can save you as well. The Nagito Kameda's BS luck is so powerful, it makes like anything happen in the series. But I think that Nagito Kameda's luck, as he would say, could actually make a plane appear, make some sort of, something happen that they can get out of here. Maybe they randomly can make like a fire that can, get attention. I think he would help everyone to get out of here as quick as possible. Coach Nekomaru, and wouldn't save you, but would be very much able to help. I think Nekomaru is very inspirational. I think he would be able to tell people how to best live there with their diets on the island, even in an island situation. Nekomaru would also be able to lead the group if need be, and was able to kind of designate as the ultimate team manager. Peko Yama, I mean, I would argue Peko is basically average. I think she'll do, obviously what Fuyuko says, but I think that at the end of the day, Peko is just an average person here on the island as a girl. I don't see her ultimate swordswoman talent coming very useful, unless I guess you need to chop down a tree. Maybe that would be useful. I guess maybe, able to help. Rantaro Amami, the ultimate survivor. Luck always typically favored him. I think he'd be able to survive. He's been around the world, traveling, finding his sisters. The idea would be that Rantaro would definitely be able to help as an ultimate survivor. I think he would be able to ultimately help you survive a situation like this. Ryoma Hoshi, Tiny, I don't think Ryoma would actually be helpful. I actually think his depressive attitude and negative elements like that, I don't think he would kill you, but I think he'd be ante help in the long run. Sakura would be very big help, big happiness booster, very strong. Honestly, I wouldn't say can save you, but are definitely able to help. I would Sakura above Akane. Sayaka Maizono, honestly, judging by her original reaction of the kind of tapes at large, I think she would shut down and be all fearful and stressed out. I don't think she'd actually be helpful. I think she'd cause so much emotional stress that she would cause rifts in the group, or rather she'd shut down in the situation, refuse to accept reality. Shuichi, basically average. I don't think he'd be very useful in the situation. Sonia, never mind, would be a princess. She does not know a lot of things. I actually think she'd just be average. She tried to help, but I don't think she understands how to really do anything. She's been princess her whole life. Tenko, honestly, probably be less helpful because she'd probably tell you to essentially not have any men around, and you men would probably try something in an island setting. I just don't necessarily think Tenko is trustworthy enough with men or anyone else to actually be able to work well with the group as a large. Teruteru Hanamaru, I don't know if he would be helpful if he's constantly keen on girls though, so I'll put him in the anti-help column. Toko, we're talking about book-wise. Toko actually probably has written enough books, let alone read enough books to actually be able to have a pretty high IQ. I actually think Toko would be able to help quite a lot. Samugi, I guess you could put her in average. She might not kill you, might not be unhelpful. I think she's probably just an average. She's plain Jane, I guess. I'll move her up. Byakuya 2. Byakuya 2 is actually somewhat helpful, willing to lead the group, help each other in general. He's another one of those leaders. I'll put him up here. This guy's nuts. He's going in here, will kill you. All right, Hagekure would definitely kill somebody. With his stupid 30% right prediction rate, to his laziness, to just how stupid his antics are about aliens will come save us or whatever. I think he'll just do dumb stuff and kill people. Bro's the type of guy to literally starve himself to death. At this point, I'm going to go over off of everything on memory, kind of the idea would be. So this is really my memory. I literally don't remember who this dude is, so I'm going to assume this person would kill you. These are just like normal people, but like I just don't think they're very trustworthy. Like, this is a child. This is like, if I don't know them, I'm just going to say they're going to kill me, essentially. I just don't think they're useful. This chick's one of the girls from Sayaka's band. Looks annoying. She's probably kill you. Chisei Yukizome. She'd be a leader of the classes as like a teacher. She would take on the role. I don't think she would be too useful otherwise. This guy right here, Roman, I don't remember his name. Ultimate Farmer. Absolutely can save you. If you're going to be stuck on an island scenario, this man is going to be the way that you plant seeds, grow crops. Old guy, I don't know who you are, but you're going over here. Cat, this is Celeste Cat. I don't think that would be useful here. Great Gozu, kind of aggro. Honestly, I would say he's gonna be helpful, but he's kind of angry all the time. He's basically average. I don't know if he'd be useful or not. Weird opinion. I actually think Great Gozu would be anti-help because they'd be so angry, so aggro about this is how things have to be. Azura Kamakura, the ultimate everything, automatically will save you. So the ultimate everything is goated as an island scenario. He would be absolute SSS plus tier. Genocide Jack, completely off the deep end, probably kill a bunch of adorable, in general, people. This man is literally insane. Tried to kill a bunch of kids in the base game and destroy an entire city. It's Hygie is gross and would probably kill a bunch of people on this island. Hagekure's mom smokes and is addicted to various substances, and she's extremely lazy. I actually think she'd be an anti-help. This chick right here, this chick is the obsessive girl on Leon's team. I don't know. She's just gonna go in the will kill you. I mean, she's just like not an ultimate, not able to do nothing, just like a normal person. Now this guy right here, Lizard Boy, I don't remember their name. These are the 6-7 ultimate bodyguards, the student council. I mean, that's literally, not only are you getting 7 different people, they're all different talents. I think that they have a lot of strength and they have a lot of ability. I mean, they're kind of weird looking and they do weird things, but I actually think in a situation like this, this guy can actually save you. Jotaro, not only is he anti-help, but his curiosity probably would just get you in trouble in an island setting in which you basically, it's life or death. Jin Kirigiri actually would be a pretty good, resource, being like the headmaster. Actually, he probably can save you just if organizing all of the ultimates together. I mean, he led a school, probably could single-handedly lead the group. Jozu, boxer guy. He's strong, but he's kind of brash. Honestly, I think that he would be... I think he's an anti-help with how angry he is. I mean, I understand he works well with some people. I think he just has a hard time communicating with groups overall and working with organizations. In the future side, he's basically constantly at arms with Makoto, constantly at arms with the other members. He basically is trying to fight all the time. I don't remember where this bug is from. I'm going to assume it will kill you. Old man, who would be basically average. I don't really know what he could do. Isn't he an alcoholic? This guy is Sakura's significant other. I don't know, basically kidnapped by Monokuma. This person would definitely be able to help. I'll put them next to each other. This guy's a drunk and lazy, incredibly useless individual. Would probably just be an anti-help. Komaru Naegi, pretty average. Positivity to bring around. I'm going to put her right next to Toko because they have a good kind of friendship and good pairing overall. Gotoko probably would kill you or be very detrimental. With all the trauma, I think she'd respond very negatively to the situation. Hard to control, very kind of triggered or very kind of upset. I think she has the ability to run away from the group or lead the group into some sort of disaster. This guy is automatically going into will kill you. His voice literally will kill you because it's that annoying. Hey, talk like this. I'm a new... I don't know. He sounds like he's from Jazzy. What's his name? Mikado? I don't remember what his name is. Dude, it's been so long with some of these big characters, I don't remember who they are. They'd be able to help. Problem with the children is they're children. They're not going to be able to do as much. He's got physically abused. Kind of a brat. To be honest, he's probably just an anti-help. Monica, honestly, it depends what Monica we're talking about. If we're talking about late, like, series Monica, where she launched herself into space, completely anti-help. We're talking about, like, good before corrupting from Junko Monica. She's a genius girl, can create, a way to get off the island in a proper setting for her own survival. I think she could actually work both a group. I actually think with her genius intellect alone, assuming she's working for the right side, I understand she could be pushing everyone to have despair, but I actually think if she's in the right circumstance, she could save everybody on the island and or build everything up. Literally a robot. I don't even know how these things function. Do they need oil? Do they need lube? I don't know what they need. This one's kind of a cutie. I'm gonna be honest, he's able to help. This guy will kill you with how annoying he is and where his guitar randomly comes out. Monokuma will kill you. Monokuma's whole goal is literally just cause despair, kill people, cause problems. Monami can save you. Magical girl probably could just fly to get help. Probably could save you, literally just flying away with her little magical wand. Oh my goodness, I don't even know where this one is. Manofani, is that her name? I don't know, she's just like average. I don't think she'd hurt. I don't think she'd help too much. She just wasn't like as bad as the other ones. Gives me bad vibes. He's gonna go on the anti-help. I just don't think he'd be helpful. He'd be like, it talks like this. He's basically average. She goes in there. Nagisa, honestly, Nagisa is slept on. Nagisa is like really smart as a character overall. One of the actual only kids to actually question Monica overall in the game. Nagisa literally is like the smartest of the kids. Very focused on the goals. I think he would be probably not able to save you, but would be very much a help to the group. This is Fuiko's sister, kind of bratty, kind of nasty. I don't know. She'd be average here. Was the candy girl. Isn't she just like mean to everybody? Doesn't she like degrade everybody? I don't think she's helpful. Probably just be like all pissy or angry. Anti-help. This redhead chick is Amnesiac Junko from the series. Probably just an average girl because she doesn't remember her Junko abilities there or whatever. Ryoko is honestly going to be an anti-help. He's so weak and like timid. Probably just like cower and just kind of barely fool everybody. Kind of be a side character. I don't think he'd be like, very vocal, very helpful. This chick would actually just be actively trying to kill people and it's like mental. Probably would just kill you because she's just like so off the walls, insane. They'll give her, I don't know, she'd be helpful. She's got a good medical terminology and able to help and probably could help people stay alive. This is literally just the other half of Junko's AI. Honestly, would probably kill you. If you remember in the game, AI was purposely pitting the underground humans against people on top. Basically, it was just another version of evil Junko. This guy's pretty just like loyal to a fault. He would be able to help. He's probably a good hunter overall with his weapons and blades. Shihiro's dad, I don't know what Shihiro's dad would do, honestly. He's just like an average guy. The dad of Taka, police officer. You were running for mayor or something. I don't remember. You would be able to help keep order. I think you'd be helpful. This guy is the younger brother or in the gang with Mondo. Probably just like a basically average guy. This is when they formed together. Theoretically, this guy would be like probably kill them. He can't lead like Taka can. Probably just be so aggro and he'd start fights. Assuming Princess Piggles, that's what it is. Princess Piggles would be an absolute detriment to the group. Everyone knows Princess Piggles is the best rated TV show in Danganronpa history. Manami, or not Manami, Usami. Oh shoot, Manami and Usami are two different people. Oh my goodness, I don't remember this guy. This is the lover of Junko's amnesiac self. Able to help, I guess. This is Aoi's brother. Ali's brother would be like an average help. He's like actually one of the kids who actually do something. This is Hifumi's brother or something like that. I don't know, he's just a child. He's probably just anti-help. All right, we're gonna review everything now. So can save you. Izuru, god tier. Farmer man will keep you alive with his farming. Going to keep you alive with his bugs. Able to tell you what's good animals to eat, good vegetation / bugs to eat. I mean, so you don't anger him. Kazuichi could literally build a plane, a ship, a whatever, a boat. I don't know. Maki literally is the ultimate hunter, basically assassinating anything. Probably could flush out any sort of enemy and revolt or, conflict in the group. Hirumi, ultimate, basically everything with the nursing power, not nursing, ultimate caregiver power. You take care of the group and be able to designate kind of food and supplies willy-nilly. Mikan, ultimate nurse, could be able to treat wounds, but also be able to kind of identify plants that you could use on the island in an island situation to stay alive. Miu has the ability to invent things that make no sense, but she can invent ways to hunt, traps, whatever. Perfect for this situation. Makuro, ultimate soldier trained in the wilderness, able to just hunt down, kill anybody. Ultimate combat soldier tracking. Hameda would be able to use his BS powers and essentially get them to escape the island very quickly. Rentaro, being the ultimate survivor, would be able to lead the group and basically travel the world, so you probably could identify the island, let alone how to survive on it. The weird tongue monster bodyguards are actually 7 different characters by the lore, and they're all each an ultimate, so basically think of 7 different buff men who can do different tasks on the island. Jin, the principal of Hope's Peak. Jin would basically be a leader of the group, as basically all the ultimates would follow his lead as the adult and the leader of the group, including the staff. Monica, if on her good side, would basically be the ultimate inventor or able to build means of getting off the island, or with her big brain could actually help. We're talking about Usami, literally has wings, can fly away, magic wand. We're talking about able to help. Sakura's got that immense strength and power overall. For his lover, probably is equal to it's useful in general. Akane would be able to help with physical tasks and labor and just fighting overall and keeping people straight in shape. Chisa, the teacher, would be able to help lead. Nekomaru, ultimate team manager, coach, would be able to lead the group as a whole. also is good in physical labor in situations like that. Toko Fukawa, nerd, probably could help out. Makoto's sister probably just help. Makoto's sister should go down to Makoto. I'm changing her up. Maybe Makoto goes up to able to help. Taka's like a natural kind of leader with rules and discipline. Gundam would be able to befriend animals, basically start farms, basically be able to control the animals on the island and make it easier for them. The ultimate imposter basically would be working to lead the group as a whole. Mondo's going down. I think he's average. He could be helpful for like different situations, but his angers probably wouldn't help out too much. Kyoko, tracking things, using her brain for different solvings. Kaede would bring everybody upbeat with her spirit, as well as like maybe making music. I don't know, do something to help everyone's vibes. Kaito, the ultimate astronaut, he would essentially upbeat people as well. Same thing for Mahiru. Higo would help lead with his kind of leadership experience growing up. Aoi would be able to swim around the island, look around, basically just be a helper, positive person. Echo would be able to help target and assassinate things in a hunter group. Celeste would be able to use her intelligence for the group, favor of the group, to be able to help, think of ways to get off the island, let alone survive. Makoto has the ability to lead and be helpful, but otherwise it's kind of annoying. I don't really know what he's supposed to do. Monodam is the most helpful of all of the robots, as agreed upon, basically murdering the other robots. Nagisa has a big brain for being a child genius, essentially forced to study for hours on end by his parents via abuse. Pill Lady, I forgot her name. I'm so sorry, Pill Lady. But literally no knowledge of pharmaceutical drugs, how to craft them, how to basically make everyone live longer. Jozu, literally a good assassin target, hunter, basically would help hunt in the group and would be able to keep orders like a guard situation. Taka's dad is literally a police officer. He is already in charge of like order. Monami would encouraging everybody. Ultimate psychiatrist, diagnose the problems and everybody who is suffering on the island to keep order. Makoto is just the ultimate hope. Ibuki able to help. Ibuki's going up. Ibuki would try to, bring positivity every step. Danji would probably be a detriment with her weird kind of cravings and trying to maybe start a cult. It'd probably remind her of her island. I'm putting her on an anti-help. Chihiro, honestly, just an average person, probably would cry, probably would not do well in a situation like probably yelling, probably a lot of tension. Honestly, might be an anti-help because she might shut down. Hajime basically would just be an average guy as usual. Magic. Actually, she's kind of lazy. She probably wouldn't help too much. She'd probably be like less supportive of the group overall. Average 2. A1BO, strength of an average person. Intelligence of the same average person 2. Weirdo. The guy who loves his sister. Probably know folklore, probably knows about the island culture, probably can help identify location, basically be able to probably have his knowledge about how to craft things. Actually, he's going way up. Because he bros lived in different cultures. I actually think that he would be a person who knows how to build homes and build. He's been in different cultures, different civilizations, different people around the world, basically. So he's used to the occult, but he's also used to how to build shelter, how to build rope, how to craft different things. I actually think that he's knowledgeable in a lot of traditional societies. I think he'd be can save you right now. Leon, baseballer, just average guy. Shuichi, detective, average here in the situation. Sonya, ultimate princess, average. Samugi, plain Jane. Old man, average. Tengo or whatever. Monophony should be average. So with the red guy, Monotaro, I don't know his name. Fuyuhiko's sister, average. Nicer side of Junko, average. Help. Hero's dad, average. Mondo's brother or like sidekick, average. I'm gonna put Mondo in front of him, and then Aoi's brother, average. Teru, so pervy and so make everybody uncomfortable, cause tension, divide people. Byakuya doesn't like to do a lot of work. He's kind of lazy like that. He'd rather sabotage the group or look down on people as he usually does. Byakuya would fall asleep due to her gamer ability, and Chiaki though would not be very good in a situation like this. We just lose track of her in the forest. Kokichi, lying to people always, tricking all the way. Honestly, Kokichi's going down to will kill you. Kokichi would literally lie, tell you that a snake isn't venomous, and it will bite you and kill you. Bro's the type of guy to tell you there's a cave that's empty with resources inside and there's a bear in there, and he'll be like, yeah, you got pranked. Ryoma literally wanted to die. Sayaka goes mental in the worst situations. Very great Gozu, has a lot of strength, but gets very angry and passionate, wants to fight people. Yasuhiro's mom smokes, not very useful. Jozu fights people, causes problems. Drunk guy, constantly drunk, lazy. Redhead guy, I don't remember his name. Physically abused, probably has a lot of trauma, probably wouldn't be very helpful, probably fight everybody. Monosuke, that's his name. He's just kind of like what's a weirdo? I don't know. He needs to go. He's not helpful. He probably just caused trauma. Candy Lady, a nice, very mean person, not very popular. Not Ryoma, what's his name? I don't remember his name, but Bro made animation, not very helpful. A little boy probably wouldn't help. We already talked about Kokichi. Hifumi would literally just be a bowling ball rolling around the island. Saionji would be annoying. Hiyoko would basically be mean to people off the island, basically hurt relationships. Junko would be despair. Agakure would be blaze all night on the island, wouldn't help a dime. Old guy probably wouldn't be helpful. Child wouldn't be helpful. One of Sayaka's band members doesn't look like a nice person, probably wouldn't be helpful. Old man probably wouldn't be helpful. Cat, Genocide Jack probably would kill people on the island, just men in general. She knew, especially she would be in danger. IG literally is a monster. I would not trust him around any kids, let alone any young individuals, because most of these characters would be theoretically like at a young age. That's the psycho girl who likes Leon. She probably cause problems. Jotaro would cause problems because he's problematic as usual with his artwork and all the other things. Poison beetle thing, I don't remember what it is. Kotoka or whatever her name is. Shoot, I'm struggling with these names, man. It's been a lot of names. She has so much trauma. She'd shut down a situation surrounded by different people, especially in the room with Haiji, dude. I do not want those two anywhere near each other. Gangster Monokuma with red eye and cigar. I hated him. He's just completely anti everybody. He's just a horrible. He's like Junko, like evil robot. Guitar boy. I don't remember his name. Blue Monokuma child wasn't very fun. Monokuma would kill you. Psycho chick who killed Fuyuhiko's sister would probably kill you, but she can't even handle like normal duel, let alone without killing people. The other one, Bear, will probably make you guys fight each other and pit you against each other. Mondo Taco would basically be a super hyper aggro attack of person, and then literally an anime. That's my list. Who would be the most helpful to survive in an island situation in Danganronpa, my tier list? If you woke up on an island and it was just you and the whole cast over all of the Danganronpa series, these are the people who would save you. These are the people who would be able to help you. These are your average people. This is your anti-help, and these are the people who would basically kill you. We disagree. If you feel like any of these talents would be better in the situation, put your comment down below and let me know. Peace out, Ultimates. Bye-bye.